máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dárò ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀nrọ̀ pa orí dání wọn. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣẹ̀rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn wá ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn ń lò wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá jẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Pọ́sọ̀ fura, pọ́sọ̀ ti jọ sí iná. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ńlá. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí a lábẹ́lẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti ṣe tó mọ̀ ńlá yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà mi ti ọ̀rọ̀ ní ọ̀lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri. Àmì ìṣẹ̀dá tó wọ́n ti fi gbogbo ìbàjọ́ra ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀.
Yes, so good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to welcome you to another special edition of the Jagba Jantis Show. I remain your regular host, Akin. Thank you very much for connecting with me tonight from whatever part of the world you are joining from. This is the Jagba Jantis Show, where we talk nonsense. And tonight is going to be another interesting, insightful, deep and life-changing discussion. So I want you to just relax, open your mind, and be ready to receive. In the meantime, please help me share this show on your platform. Help me invite somebody, send out the link. Bring this show to the attention of at least one person. You never know whose life you might be saving. You never know the right word that somebody needs to hear and rescue them from destruction. And essentially, what we do on this platform is to send out such words, words that inspires, words that transforms life, words that changes destiny, words that, trouble people's minds such that it will make you want to do something positive about your situation. That is what we do on this platform. So it's a platform to be proud of. If you can, share some things that are not too, uh, you know, that are not too. I don't know the right word to use. Maybe sensible, and you think it's fun. If you can attach your name, can attach yourself to it. Why not this? Why should you, feel this is not something that people should, you know, connect to from you? So, I only feel, you talk about something you are proud of. So, and I think what we do on this show, it's something everyone should be proud of. And we've been here for 3 years now and counting. And I do say it, today I feel this platform has served its purpose, I will shut it down. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for to survive economically. I'm doing it because it's a purpose I found. I'm doing it because I feel if people know better, they will do better. And I feel that the most important thing um, for any individual is a change of mindset. Once your mindset is, it will translate in your entire life. And that is what I try to attack on this platform, mindset. So for those who are joining for the first time, this is all that is about this platform. We discuss issues that are, a bit sensitive, a bit difficult, sometimes controversial, but we try to balance the discussion. And I do say anything you hear from this platform, please don't take it as finality. Go out there and do your own research. Take me up on anything I say here. And I'm not speaking from the point of sole authority on any discussion we have. I'm only sharing my own perspective. So anything I say here is not all that can be said regarding the discussion. And I welcome, contributions on the platform as well, as long as you are civil with it and you don't disrespect other people in the process. So the comment section is open for the use of everyone. Right. My people on YouTube, I greet you. I want posh people here. And in that corner, sitting gidigba, is my lovely sister, Mimi Fine One, Yawo Lowo Shibi. All the way from America. Àwọn Lodi Angunyamo. I used to have my brother Emmanuel Makinde there, but I've sent him away because it's too rough to sit in that area. So I brought him to the rough arena, which is the Facebook. Shoops is another person in that corner, and I'm not sure it's there yet. My people on Twitter, I greet you as well. And my regular Rough Riders on Facebook. The silent listeners, Mukia, you know. Invisible listeners, Mukia, you know. And those who will be listening to the show later on, I greet you as well. I appreciate you. And I respect every one of you. Thank you for always making it a point of duty to be here. Right. Talukoko Wole. All right. The first person to join the show tonight, and that will be given the special treatment, as we normally do, is no other person than Ebu. I think she's here again. I think she was the first person to come in last week. Yes, so she was last week, and this week she's here again. So she knows what to do. She only needs to release herself for the boys to come and carry her to that corner where they will pamper her. Right. Thank you for joining, my fluffy sister. You almost made it again, but she beat you to it again. Try again next week. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Mimi Fine Wine. Yomi Pataki. I greet you specially. Thank you for joining. Yes, as usual, earpiece mode. I know you are always, you have your hands full and doing some other things in the process. Great. Well, do I have my brother, Manuel Makinde? I greet you. Thank you for connecting tonight as well. It's a pleasure to have you. And my sister, this is my new sister, Omotolani Esther Molade. She's been following me bumper to bumper. And finally, I have her on the show tonight. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. And I hope it won't be the last time we will see you. My sister Mujisola Lade Adegboyega, I greet you as well. Otojo Metao, great to have you back on the show. Right. Wọ́n ní kí n kí gbogbo àwọn ipá àti agbára tó wà lórí show. Mo kí yín o. Ọlọ́jọ́ òní o ìbà mojúbà kí n tó wọlé. Àkọ́dá ayé o mo ṣèbà o. Àṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run mo ṣèbà o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń ṣàkóso ìgbà, mo kí yín o. Ẹ jẹ́ ó yẹ mí o. Mo rò pé mo ti sọ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kí n má lọ jìnnà ju bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ, kó tún máa rò pé bóyá mo ti ń sọ àwọn nǹkan míì. So let me leave it at that. Right. Let me see. If you're on the show and you want me to give you a shout out, just, say hello to me and then I will give you that special welcome. Otherwise, let us proceed with what we have to discuss tonight. The discussion for tonight is going to be more of an inspirational discussion. I don't think it's something you don't know. It's something you've not heard before. So to some, this will serve as a reminder. To some, this will be like, okay, an enlightening session. To some, it will be an eye-opening session. To some, it will be, oh wow, ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń ṣe rèé tí mo fi ń ní àwọn issue yìí? Okay, àbí ṣé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lágbájá rèé? Okay. So it's going to, come across to everyone differently. But the ultimate goal is to call our attention to something. And my aim at the end of the show is to, is to, how do I put it? Is to help you or assist you or take you to the point where you will have the understanding that you have to always have your guard up. Always keep your guard up. Tẹ́ bá ti ráwọn tó ń jẹ̀ṣẹ́, ọwọ́ wọn ìwálẹ̀ o, because ẹni tó wà níwájú ẹ̀ ó fẹ́ ṣọ́ ẹ jẹ. So you have all this movement, you have all this, feigning of punching, you have all this dropping of shoulder, you have all this movement of head and things like that. You have all this change of legs and all that. It's all to distract you, to open up and be hit. Because boxing simply is a game of hit the other person and don't let them hit you. Simple. Some of you will walk boxing and say, oh, boy, on sakiri no ring ni kò tiẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan kan, kò ṣe bákan. That's your limit of understanding of the game. But the game essentially is for you to hit the other person and don't let the other person hit you. So if you have to keep constantly moving, yes, do that. If you have to, keep dodging the punches, you have to do that. And in the process, you can hit the other person badly that you weaken them, that they can't, do much. And if there's a knockout, good. But the aim of the game, that's why they have referees who count scores. And at the end of the game, where there's no knockout, then they will say the scores from this referee, from that referee, from that referee, and then they'll say unanimous decision, this person won. That is the game. And that is the approach you must have in life as well. You must always keep your guard up. Because èèyàn kì í gbọ́n tó àwọn tó fẹ́ mú yàn. Constantly, there are people out there who are out there to get you. For several reasons. Ó lè jẹ́ bó ṣe ń make ẹ̀ ló ń bí wọn nínú. Ó lè jẹ́ successes tó ń ní tó dẹ̀ ń rí òun ni wọ́n ló ń get at them. Ó lè jẹ́ pé àwọn nǹkan kan tó ń sọ ló ń hit wọn in a bad way and they find a way to get back at you. Ó lè jẹ́ pé àwọn nǹkan kan tó fẹ́ kó bá wọn ṣe ló refuse láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn láti ṣe, and they'll find a way to get at you. Ó lè jẹ́ pé nǹkan kan náà lẹ́jọ́ ń dù, ipò kan náà àbí nǹkan kan náà lẹ́jọ́ ń lé láyé. And they will use whatever means to drop you so that they can get it. Don't think in life that everybody will play the game by the rules. Ìwọ lè máa lé eku sí wọn kó máa léjò sí ẹ. Báyé ṣe rí nìyẹn. Inú ẹ ló mọ̀. O mọ́nú ẹlòmíì. And as you always hear it in our regular song on this show, ọjà ọ̀dájú nílé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́ rà. Odò láyé ó ń gbé ni lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ ọ́ wẹ̀. Abániwọ́nrọ̀ bá ò rí dá lọ́mọ ayé o. Ṣé ẹ rántí orin tó kọ fún erin yẹn? A ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹwẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹwẹ́lẹ̀? Àwọn ọlọ̀tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànàkú ò lè rínú gbógbé. Àṣenitán bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ́mọ aráyé. You all know the story. They want to get rid of the elephant. And they pretended that they will make him the king of the jungle. Erin lákàtàbútà ló tó kojú ẹ̀. No one. So they plotted on how to bring the elephant down. And they say they will make the elephant a king. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọrin, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jó, òun náà ń jó lọ sórí ibi tí wọ́n gbé ìtẹ́ ẹ̀ sí. Not knowing that the throne has just been gingerly placed on a big hole that has been dug under the throne. And once he sits on that throne, due to his weight, the throne will collapse under him and he will fall into the pit. And from there, they will bury him. You must understand that not every hailing leads to the throne. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń kí ẹ tó ń sà ẹ́ kọ́ ni wọ́n mì ní kíkí àti sísàyàn. Gbogbo àwọn tó rẹ́rìn sí ẹ kọ́ nínú wọn mọ́ sí ẹ o. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fẹ̀jẹ̀ sínú, wọ́n tutọ́ funfun síta. Unfortunately, inú ò kìí ṣe gbá àbá ṣìwò, so that you can see the intent of people towards you. Ara àwọn àjùlọ tọ́lọ́run fi hàn wá láyé nìyẹn. But what are the things you now need to understand? What are the things you need to know? What are the things to keep in mind so that you will not become an easy prey, which is the discussion for tonight. The show is not to make you paranoid. It's not to make you live life with paranoia. No. Kì í ṣe bí àwọn ìjọ kan tó jẹ́ pé tán bá rí aáyán lásán wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa mú àná tó wọn máa fọ́n sí wọn mú irú. That is not what I want to achieve with the show tonight. Ìyẹn ti di mental illness. Wọ́n bá ti rí ẹyẹ tó bá báyìí wọ́n máa gbọ́ iná Ọlọ́run bá ẹ wí, ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù kọlù ẹ́. Ẹyẹ kan dẹ̀ ń ṣe tiẹ̀ ni. That is not what I hope to achieve with the show tonight. So if through my introduction you started feeling like Ogunlaye, calm down. Ibẹ̀ kọ́ mo fẹ́ gbé yín lọ. Mo kàn sọ yẹn for you to understand and be aware of the life we live. Ọ̀run dẹ̀ ń yabọ̀ kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹnìkan. Àrùn tó ń ṣàbọ̀yadé gbogbo ọlọ́ya ló ń ṣe. So what I've just described does not apply to you alone. It affects everyone as long as we have human interaction. Nínú gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè dá, àwa èèyàn la burú jù, àwa èèyàn la ṣòro jù. Àsọlé ayé dogun, àsọlé ayé di wàhálà. Òun lolórin kan ṣe sọ wípé bó o bá o pa lọ́mọ aráyé o, bó o bá o bù ú lẹ́sẹ̀ lọ́mọ aráyé o, ènìyàn bí àparò lọ́mọ aráyé ń wá o, ènìyàn bí àparò lọ́mọ aráyé ń wá. Some, rather than walk their way up, they will rather drag you down to the level where they are. When some people notice that you are making certain progress, wọ́n wá bọ́n ṣe máa dì. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gbàgbé wípé ẹni tó ní kọ́rẹ́ òun má jọba, òun gan ò fẹ́ dọ̀rẹ́ ọba ni. They've forgotten that if you plot, plan, make effort to keep somebody on the ground, ìwọ gan ò ní dìde. Because there's no way you can want to keep somebody on the ground and hope you can rise. No, ẹjọ́ máa wà ńlẹ̀lẹ̀ ni. But you see, some people don't care. Tí ò bá ti jẹ́ tèmi kò ní jẹ́ tèèyàn kankan. That is the life we live. That you don't, behave like that, that you don't live like that, that you don't, extend such treatment to other people does not mean everyone around you will behave the same. So what should you do with this information? You must always keep your guard up. And how do you do that? This is what we want to discuss tonight. In Psalm 35 verse 25, I'm not preaching, and many people who knows me understand my life, that I make reference to portions of the scripture once in a while because I see it as a reference book to life. I see it as a book that has wisdom, direction, that has principles that I can infer from to understand life better. Mi ò rí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mọ́. And ibi tọ́nà mi gbà kọjá nìyẹn. So in Psalm 35:25, onísáàmù wípé, má ṣe jẹ́ kí a wí nípa tèmi wípé àti gbé mi. Ayé máa ń gbèyàn mì ni. When they corner you, when they get you, they will swallow you. So, how do you now keep your guard up? Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó ń láti mọ̀, tó ń láti ṣe tí wọn ò fi ní lè get here? So that you don't become an easy prey. One, tí wọ́n bá máa get here, àwọn tó súnmọ́ ẹ náà ni wọ́n máa lò. If they are going to get you, they will use people that are close to you. People within your circle, people within your family. Bíbélì wípé ará ilé ẹni, òun náà lọ̀tá ẹni. Yorùbá náà tún sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n ní bí ikú ilé ò pani, tòde ò lè pani. Láìsí olè inú ilé, tìta ò lè wá kó jà, kó kó ẹrù, kó dẹ̀ lọ successfully. So, it's important to understand that ewu tó súnmọ́ ẹ jù láyé are the people surrounding you. And that is why you must be intentional about your circle. You must be intentional about how you pick your friends. In fact, we use the word friends very loosely. Many people will call friends at best should be referred to as acquaintances. Friend is a word that is deeper. And for you to call somebody your friend, ó níbi tẹ́ ẹ ti rìn dé, ó níbi tẹ́ ẹ ti mọra yín dé, ó níbi tẹ́ ẹ ti dì sí, ó nírú ìmùlẹ̀ tó wà láàrin yín. And you don't go to this extent with somebody that you are not sure of or you can't vouch your life with. We have so many people that got poisoned through the person they call friend. Because mo dẹ̀rálẹ̀, wọn ò mọrú èèyàn tó jẹ́, wọn ò wò fínífíní. And people will always give you signs, but many of us are not discerning. Or many of us misinterpret those signs to be something else. And so we lose the signal that we're supposed to get. Ikú yẹn á ti wá wọlé tán ká tó mọ̀ pé àṣẹ ni ilẹ̀ tó ń ṣe mí. Wọ́n ní kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀gbá, ìdí ìgbá ló wà. So it is very important that the people you bring close to yourself are people that you have vetted. Look, when you talk about some positions of authority in this life, even come at the level yẹn ti ga jù, when we talk about certain organizations, they would not expose you to some level of information if they have not thoroughly searched you. Wọ́n á ti yẹ̀ ẹ́ wò láti ìgbà ìbí ẹ dópin. There's some security check they conduct on some people that kò mọ̀ gan pé ìkirè tó kọ wípé o ti wá yẹn gan láti US, wọ́n ti rán yàn lọ kiri, wọ́n ti lọ yẹ gbogbo family ẹ̀ wò. Because àṣírí tó máa bọ́ sí ẹ lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ní láti mọ̀ wípé ẹni yìí, ẹni tó lè pa àṣírí yẹn mọ́ ni. And there are layers and layers and layers to this. Àwọn kan wà ìwọ̀nba ni wọ́n máa mọ̀ mọ́, àwọn kan wà wọ́n tún open another layer fún wọn, wọ́n tún open another layer fún wọn. It is important for you to know at every point in time the people you are dealing with. Irú èèyàn wo lẹni yìí? I do this for every single person around me. I take my time to break down people. Iye ìgbà tó bá máa gbà mí ni. Tí n bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa èèyàn, mi ń béèrè èèyàn lọ́wọ́ èèyàn, because I will get a biased reference. So if I ask, somebody about a person, intent yẹn máa sọ fún mi nípa ẹni yẹn is based on how they perceive the person. Tó bá pẹ́ ẹni yẹn ṣe nǹkan ìkà kan fún wọn, wọ́n á describe ẹ̀ fún mi ní ìkà. Ó dẹ̀ lè má jẹ́ ká. tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ èèyàn ibi náà ni but tó jẹ́ pé good side ẹ̀ ni wọ́n rí wọ́n á sọ fún mi pé èèyàn dáadáa ní wà nǹkan kan mẹ́ẹ̀ if I bank on that information and open up myself ẹni yẹn á ṣe mí jàǹbá. So I need to take up that responsibility by myself and find out about that person. So in your circle, you need to know each person. Ta ló greedy, ta ló ní sọkúsọ, ta lẹ́nu ẹ̀ kì í bò. Because when they want to get at you, they will always come through the weakest link in your circle. And tó bá ti rí pé ìfẹ́ owó gbà lẹ́mìí jù, ẹni yẹn léwu ní àyíká ẹ̀. Because all they need to do is just to, pay that person. Ata ẹ̀. Òun la rí nínú ìtàn Judas àti Jésù. Again, whether those stories exist or not is not the issue here. But the principle we can infer from the story. Judas in treasurer. Ó wà ńbẹ̀ nínú ṣé Luke ni? Is it Luke that? Yeah, I think it's Luke that recorded it. Ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan Judas máa ń tọwọ́ bọ àpò owó to help himself. So when they could not pinpoint Jesus out of the disciples, because it looked like them, aṣọ tí ẹ ò ṣàìṣàì yàtọ̀ kò he does not carry himself differently like the rest of them. So they couldn't really pick him out. They had to, break the rank and find somebody within to say, show us this person for 30 pieces of silver. So within your circle, you must understand who, portends danger to you. And this information, even if you find it out, you keep it to yourself. And know the extent of privilege you will give to that person. So irú ẹni yẹn sìn, ó lè jẹ́ wípé tó bá ti dé gbogbo wọléwọ̀de yẹn, wàá restrict there to certain area of your surrounding. Irú ẹni yẹn kò ní máa bá ẹ wọ yàrá. Irú ẹni yẹn tó bá ń lọ sájò, wàá kàn sọ fún pé ọkàn fẹ́ sáré dé next street níbẹ̀ yẹn ni. So irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wàá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa àwọn information tó máa fún kò ní máa jẹ́ the genuine one. That's because you've done your homework yourself to understand that ẹni yìí ó lè gbàbọ̀dé tì mí. Sometimes not even friends. Sometimes it's family members. O lè lẹ́gbọ́n kan, o lè lábúrò kan tó yẹ pé báyìí ó ń wò báyìí pé o tọ́jú àwọn tó wà entitled, ó ń béèrè nǹkan báyìí o fún igbá kan ọkàn bẹ́ẹ̀. They approach people like that and ask them to sell out your secret to them. They give them, freebies, cheap stuff. And because they want to get at you, they will sell you out to your enemies. So sometimes they even use partners. Tó bá rí pé bọ̀bọ́ yìí strong, gbogbo ọ̀nà láti gbà tá a mú, wọ́n á lò ìyàwó ẹ̀. We have some families whereby the guy is a coded person. Wọn ò mọ much nípa ẹ̀. But tó bá fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa movement ẹ̀ ń bo ló ń travel lọ́la kíní kankan mẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀dọ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀ lọ ti máa rí. Why? Because gbogbo ẹ̀ níyàwó ẹ̀ ń post. Gbogbo ẹ̀ níyàwó ẹ̀ ń kó síta. So any information tó bá need, wọ́n mọ̀ pa ò lè get ẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn. They'll go through the wife. So wọ́n á lọ add ara wọn mọ́ friend list ìyàwó. Wọ́n á join gbogbo platform tí ìyàwó bá wà. So that from there, through ìyàwó, wọ́n á fi máa monitor ẹni tán fẹ́ mú. Nobody can get at you when you starve them of information. Information is key when people are after you. They need somebody to always give them information about you. How you move, what you do, where you are going, what the plans are. So they have to plant a mole within your circle. They have to put somebody very close to you. Sometimes they will ask somebody to come and apply as your driver or your cook. While they think you'll be on the phone. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń dálẹ̀ lórí phone. Ó dẹ̀ ń kálẹ̀. Driver ni wọ́n pé ṣùgbọ́n aràn níṣẹ́ àmì wà ní. And it's feeding them off. It's feeding them off. Ìwọ rèé ò mójú, ò mọ́ra. Ò mọ̀gbà tá a ti ń ṣẹ́nu kù, ò mọ àwọn nǹkan tá a kì í sọ níṣojú àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan. No, you don't know. You are very loose. Àwọn Yorùbá ní kán tó sọ̀rọ̀ awo, àkọ́kọ́ ní kí olófòófó yẹra náà. Bí ò bá dẹ̀ ní kó yẹra, àwọn gan á yẹra fún. Irú àwa tá a gbé pẹ̀lú àwọn àgbà, because I've always lived my life with people who are far older than I am. I feel comfortable in their midst than hanging out with my mates. Mo rí bọ́n ṣe máa ń fi ojú sọ̀rọ̀. Téèyàn kan bá fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan báyìí, tán bá ti wò àbí tán ṣẹ́jú àbí tán mirí báyìí, ìyẹn ni pé lágbájá wà rà má sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni yẹn náà dẹ̀ ti get ẹ̀ lójú ẹsẹ̀ wọ́n á dákẹ́. Lójú ẹsẹ̀ wọ́n á dákẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹlòmíì kò mójú kò mọ́ra, wọ́n ń ṣẹ́jú á tún máa sọ pé ṣé ò sí kí ló kó sí yín lójú? Àti ẹ̀ tàrí o ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ sọ́tà ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń fún ẹ signal, wọ́n ń wọ̀nà ẹ̀ ṣì ń sọ pé ṣé ò sí? Ṣé nǹkan bọ́ sí yín lójú ni? Wèrè. So you need to understand that tó bá máa get ẹ o, àwọn tó súnmọ́ ẹ ni wọ́n máa lò. So be intentional about the people you surround yourself with. Keep your circle very small, but ensure that these are people that can give their life in exchange for yours. Kàkà kí nǹkan ṣe ẹ́, wọ́n á ní kó ṣe àwọn. I've been making references a lot to this guy that just died recently because a lot of things happened in his life. I've stopped talking about it because I know so much, but I'd rather not just want to go on and on and on and on and on. Now his friend, childhood friend, has been fingered as one of the person responsible for his death. And oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ni wọ́n link mọ́, wọ́n jọ jà, ó gbà ní nǹkan, ó ṣe gbá kan, ó ṣàwo kan, ó ń bínú ẹ̀, ó like ìyàwó ẹ̀. Different things are coming up and whatever. But the question is, does this guy even know truly irú intention tọ́rẹ́ òun ní sí òun? Because level tí ẹ ti change, ó ti move sí Lekki, ó sì fọ̀rẹ́ sí trenches, ṣùgbọ́n máa ń pè lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan kó wá rí wọn and everything like that. And as human being, ó normal kó rí ẹ̀ńtẹ́ ẹjọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó ti dìde kó ti lọ fà kí wọ́n dẹ̀ sì wà lójú kan. sometimes, there's nothing bad in being jealous, because jealousy simply means you admire something in the life of that person. But the way you should use your jealousy is such that it will inspire you to, to push your own life as well in the right direction to become great. But the wrong type of jealousy is the one that want to destroy what that person has become and bring them down. So jealousy on its own is just a signal that they admire greatness in you. I wish you pay me no money room come by you. And then when you now use that feeling in a positive way, it will propel you to re-strategize your life, to do things that can, push you up. But when you use this feeling in the wrong way, wàá máa lépa ẹni yẹn kó ṣubú, kó já wálẹ̀, kó bàjẹ́ fún. So gbogbo ọ̀nà ni wàá máa wá. Nígbà tóun ò dẹ̀ mọnú ẹ, á ṣíralẹ̀ fún ẹ títí tí wàá fi ṣe ní ibi tó fẹ́ ṣe. This is life. So that is the first thing I want you to understand. When it comes to people around you, be very, very careful. Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up. Second thing, tí wọ́n bá máa get here, in tó fẹ́ràn jù, òun náà ni wọ́n máa lò. Mi ò tí ì rẹ́ni tí wọ́n poison rí using what the person don't like to eat. Kò sí. Ó ní jẹ́. Wọ́n á ti gbé nǹkan tó mọ̀ jẹ síwájú ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé inú ẹ̀ lọ́dẹ̀ bu nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi pa ẹ́ sí. You won't take it easily. Ó easy fún ẹ láti refuse. But when they give you what you love to eat, láì ṣe ẹni tó nífura, láì ṣe ẹni tó ní ìṣọ́ra, àti jẹ tán kó tó mọ̀ pé kí mo ṣe yìí. So how do you keep your guard up? You must ensure that you keep certain information to yourself. People will come around you out of just loose talk, harmless questions. They are getting your data. They are profiling you. Irọ́ tó bá tí n bá ti rí kíní báyìí àti kíní báyìí nǹkan tó ń ṣe mí tán, wọ́n ti note ẹ̀ down. Kí ni nǹkan tí o tiẹ̀ lè kí ni nǹkan tó lè fi ṣeré ná? Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, kí ni nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ lè fi ṣeré ná? All those questions, they seem harmless to you. They seem harmless to you. But fáwọn tó nílò ẹ̀, information yẹn ṣe pàtàkì. And they will ask it in a setting where you don't even read meaning to it. In a very relaxed, in a very, not serious setting. Ìwọ náà kàn máa dálẹ̀. I remember one time they brought Portable, ọmọ Lálọ́mí, ìdààmú àdúgbò, wàhálà ìjọba. They brought him to an interview, and generally they were just asking him all kind of questions and whatever. Then they got to a point, they just asked him, what's your favorite food? Portable laughed. And he said, kò sóúnjẹ tó ṣà ò kí ń jẹ. when he said that, in my mind, mo ní, ọmọ ọgbọ́n, ọmọ ọgbọ́n, ọmọ ọgbọ́n. Yeah, kò sí nǹkan tóun ò lè jẹ́ o, ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan mẹ́rin. And the interviewer pressed further. Wípé àbọ̀tà àwọn kankan máa wà tó jẹ́ pé and Portable now said, pé ká fìyẹn lẹ̀ má béèrè gbogbo àwọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ òun mọ́ pé kí ni information tó máa fáyé náà lọ máa fi ba tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Kí n wá sọ fún ọ pé nǹkan báyìí ní mi ò kí ń jẹ́ pé kinní kankan mẹ́rin, àwọn tó fẹ́ get mi ni. And you know how he talks. And he said, wo kò sí ẹran tó òòṣà ò kí ń jẹ, ẹ jẹ́ ká filẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. That is somebody that understands life. That's somebody that has learned the art of keeping his guard up all the time. That's somebody that has learned to always look around for himself, to watch his back, to cover his tracks. Ṣé tẹ́ bá rí àwọn alágbára àgbà yẹn, wọ́n yìí dáná fún wọn jẹun. Wọ́n bá ti dín tí wọ́n máa fi sí ẹnu ara wọn, they sauce it themselves. Gbogbo yín mọ olórin kan tó ṣẹ̀ joyè lẹ́njọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀. Ẹ máa ń wọ́ndà pé tán bá ti lọ kí n lé, òun ló ń dáná. Ó yé o, ó lè má yé ẹ̀yin. Ṣé owó tá fi gba kúkú ní òní ni? Àbí ìyàwó rẹpẹtẹ ní òní? Ṣùgbọ́n tí ẹ yé, ó dẹ̀ mọ̀dí tó fi jẹ́ wípé òun ló ń ṣètò jíjẹ mímu ẹ̀ fúnra ẹ̀. You have people tó jẹ́ wípé ẹ lè fún wọn ní nǹkan kán gbà báyìí kán lò tí wọn bá mọ̀ díẹ̀. Torí irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ̀ wípé àwọn ní àwọn èèwọ̀. Bóyá ìwọ̀ wọn dẹ̀ wà nínú nǹkan tó fún wọn yẹn, wọ́n mọ̀ because they don't know how it was prepared. Àwọn tó ń gbé ayé tìfura nìyẹn. But ìwọ, anywhere tó bá ti dé o yọ síbí ni, àṣà máa jẹun kiri bí igún. Ìwọ dẹ̀ rèé, o ti kó gbogbo data ilé wọn lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ti mọ ohun tó fẹ́, wọ́n ti mọ ohun tó like jù, wọ́n ti mọ ohun tó mu, wọ́n ti mọ ohun tó ń jẹ. These are sensitive information that you should keep only to yourself. Tó bá mọ̀ pé o fẹ́ràn obìnrin, tó bá máa mú ẹ, obìnrin náà ló máa lò. Ẹ wà ọmọ kékeré méjì tí wọ́n mú lẹ́njọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀ tó ṣe BDSM pẹ̀lú máa nǹkan tó pa. It wasn't actually BDSM ló fẹ́ ṣe, but they know that the only way táwọn fi lè mú bọ̀bọ́ yẹn is through sex. Torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ràn básùn, ó dẹ̀ ti ń worry wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn fẹ́ jalè lára ẹ̀ ni. So how would they neutralize him to be able to steal from him? Báwo lọ ṣe lè get ẹ̀? Lọ ṣe lọ bá wípé ó yá, jẹ́ ká fọ́ra wa lẹ́nu. Tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn tó nífura ni, tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn tó kóra ẹ̀ níjàánu ni, kò ní dé extent yẹn. Ó ti gbabẹ̀ lọ báyìí, wọ́n ti get ẹ̀. Tán bá máa mú ẹ, nǹkan tó fẹ́ràn jù láyé òun ló máa lò. And they will do whatever it takes to find out what are those things that you can't do without. What are those things that they can use to entice you? You need to learn how to keep your guard up. Number 3, tó bá máa get ẹ láyé, ojú kòkòrò ẹni wọ́n máa lò. If they are going to get you, they will use your greed. When you are greedy, you are an easy prey. When you are desperate in life, you are vulnerable, because a desperate person is a vulnerable person. When you are greedy, when you are desperate, you don't care. You lose your sense of reasoning. You submit your will easily because you shall want something at all cost. You are easy to get because they will exploit your greed. They will exploit your desperation. So in life, you must be contented. That's one way to keep your guard up. Jẹ́ kí nǹkan tó ní kó tó ẹ. Understand that life is lived in stages. And every stage tó wà, appreciate it. Be contented. And walk yourself gradually to the next stage. In tipa ẹ ò ká ní stage tó wà yẹn, má fagídí wà. Because you are setting yourself up for destruction. Ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n mú lénìí tí ògo àti orúkọ tí wọ́n ti build tó ti bàjẹ́ because of their greed. Ó wà ń bíṣẹ́, ó ń gba salary. Ó jẹ́ kí salary yẹn tó ẹ. Ó tún ṣe deal, ó ń gba bribe. From there, ó ti kóra ẹ sí páńpẹ́. Wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá máa lò yẹn láti máa fi commit ẹ láti ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó ṣe. Tó bá lò ṣe mọ́, then they threaten to expose you. You see what your greed has put you into. Recently, in the last regime, I always call them regime, I don't call them government. In the last regime, in the first half of the last regime, we had one minister that came from UK. Àwọn tó fẹ́ lò, wọ́n bá package nǹkan tí ò ní. Kò ní NYSC. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé NYSC certificate is a requirement. Òun náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun ò ní. And this is somebody that is well read, good reputation and everything like that. But torí ojú kòkòrò ipò, torí agbára, torí ìjẹkújẹ, she allowed herself to be, to be manipulated, to be exploited for their own selfish reason. And what about package NYSC certificate? What did they go scale through gbogbo screening and everything like that? Ó dépò yẹn tán. Wọ́n wá dẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fẹ́ máa lò ó fún reason tí wọ́n fi gbé síbẹ̀. And when she didn't, maybe she's been playing along, I don't know, and she got fed up at some point, or maybe, ọ̀rọ̀ wọn dàrú láàrin kan. It is the same people who went to, leak out gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe wípé kò ní nǹkan báyìí o, and then they started checking out all the documents she submitted. Wọ́n dẹ̀ rí wípé lóòótọ́ ni o, fake NYSC certificate ló mú wá. She resigned. She was disgraced out of office. You know the funny thing? There was one time I was driving around Charlton and I saw her. Around Charlton roundabout, we were level to level by. The first thing to wá sí mi lórí òun nìyẹn. Mi ò ro good qualification, mi ò ro any other good side yẹ tó bá ní. Mo ṣe wò báyìí tójú wa ṣe méjì. Of course, òun ò mọ̀ mí ṣùgbọ́n èmi mọ̀. And I think she had her daughter on the in the car with her. Bójú wa ṣe méjì báyìí, ibi tọ́kàn mi lọ straight nìyẹn. And you see how sad it is. It takes years with lots of labor to build a reputation. But in an instant, you can lose it. And that's what she's done to herself. People like that will just go quiet. They will just disappear. Because the news went global. Kò síbi tán ti gbọ́ dé. Because she was holding a sensitive position in that government. She might be a brilliant person in terms of her role, in terms of qualification. Ṣùgbọ́n ó ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n exploit something nínú ẹ̀, whether it's greed, whether it's desperation, whether it's whatever it is, láti fi get here. Òun náà ló dẹ̀ lò láti fi já wálẹ̀. So tí wọ́n bá máa get here, ojú kòkòrò ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n máa lò. To keep your guard up in life, you have to be contented. Èèyàn kan tó ń yọ àwọn community kan lẹ́nu for a very long time tí wọ́n rí bọ́n ṣe máa mú. Nígbà tán máa mú pẹ̀lú story tá a gbọ́, owó ló fi tán. Wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ fún un ní nǹkan pé láti fi support àwọn show tó ń ṣe. Ìwọ tó ń ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n láti pa ojú ẹ dé, pa etí ẹ dé, pa gbogbo senses ẹ kúrò nínú owó àtàwọn nǹkan tó lè fi entice èèyàn. You shut yourself completely to it. Or you build a mechanism such that even if you need support like that, there are means of you receiving them. Tó jẹ́ pé they can't get directly to you. Ẹlòmíì ló máa lò, means mi ni ẹlòmíì ló máa tì sí wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá máa fi capture ẹni ẹ̀ wá ti mọ̀ pé ẹ bá la máa mí ní ọ̀la la máa mú. Wọ́n ti mú ẹni yẹn sìn. wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń sọ nǹkan tó ní Sáàmù béèrè pé kó má jẹ́ ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sóhun, pé má jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní àti gbè mí. Ó sì wà nínú páńpẹ́ wọn dìsìn torí wọ́n exploit ibi tán rí ń pó weak sí. Gbogbo ọ̀nà ni wọ́n ti wá, wọn ò rí mú. Báyéèyàn kan tó súnmọ́ náà ló sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ni kẹ́ ẹ sọ fún un. Ó lè jẹ́ pé ẹni yẹn ló mọ̀ pé ó like owó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí yẹn, ó like owó kò ń gbọ́rọ̀ owó, ẹ̀yẹn kan sọ fún pé ẹ fẹ́ fún ní nǹkan, ó máa jáde wá ni. Who knows? So tó bá máa get ẹ̀, nǹkan tó máa lò nìyẹn, ojú kòkòrò ẹ̀. Number 4, tó bá máa get ẹ̀, àṣírí ẹ̀ tó fi pamọ́ sí wọn lọ́wọ́, òun náà ni wọ́n máa lò. If they're going to get at you, they will use those information that you have willingly given to them against you. Ìwọ rèé, o kì í ṣẹ́nu kù, o sọ̀rọ̀ wọn bá wóró gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti dálẹ̀, wóró gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti sọ. O tiẹ̀ kì í rántí pé ọjọ́ ọjà máa dé torin á wá dòwe tó máa torí ẹ̀ lọ búùkù stúdíò láti kọrin òwe fún ẹ. Hit tán fẹ́ rìlíìsì fún ẹ yẹn, lyrics yẹn ṣé o mọ̀ pé lyrics tí o fún wọn ní, ìwọ náà ló fẹnu ara ẹ tó gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn fún wọn. And nínú ayé náà ni we've seen when some people fight, they fight dirty. Tó bá ń bá ẹ jà, they sit down and think of kí làwọn lè ṣe tó máa destroy, tó máa hurt ẹ kú láyé. They are extremists. Wọ́n wá gbé nǹkan tó pè ní àṣírí, tó finú tán wọn, tó sọ fún wọn, wọ́n wá gbé jáde. And you know, n tó bá ti jáde síta, ó ti tán. Ó ti tán. You can never remain the same. Lọ háyà àwọn PR ayé, lọ kó gba àwọn bọ̀dà délé, lọ kó gba àwọn àwọn ọmọkiri, lọ kó gbogbo wọn, kó wọn jáde. Ọmọ wọn lè tún ẹ ṣe o, torí ibi tí ẹnu dé ẹsẹ̀ ò débẹ̀. And that is the perception of you that people will continually have. Rabaraba kìíní yẹn lè má jẹ́ kó normal mọ́ láyé. You might start to lose contract, you might start to lose people around you, you might become isolated, your business might crumble, a lot of things might go wrong just by leaking that secret about you. Fún ìdí èyí, in keeping your guard up, kọ́ bí a ṣe ń ṣẹ́nu pọ̀. Má jẹ́ alásọtán ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni tó pè ń bestie yẹn, òun náà tún ní bestie míì. Bestie ní bestie. N tó ò bá fẹ́ kó déta, má jẹ́ kó kúrò nínú ọ̀fun ẹ̀. Because the moment you mention it to somebody else's hearing, kì í ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló nínú tá à ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ sí. ẹnu máa ń jó ẹlòmíì báyìí ni ẹnu àṣà máa yún ó ṣàfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. bá ṣe gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jáde nìyẹn. And in your circle, if you want to know or if you want to determine irú àwọn èèyàn báyìí, I can tell you something to do. Story ẹyọ kan create different versions of that story. Now tell each person within your circle the different version of that story. Story yẹn kan náà sọ version oríṣiríṣi fún èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó wà nínú circle ẹ̀. That is a test to know the mole within your circle. So the version you eventually hear outside, ẹni yẹn ló mọ̀ wípé òun ni atúniláṣìírí inú circle ẹ̀. The version of the story you hear outside, ẹni yẹn ló mọ̀ pé yes, ẹni ni mo láti keep away àbí ẹni ni mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ nǹkan kan pa mi. If you want to confront the person, confront the person. If otherwise, just keep it to yourself. Me, I would rather keep it to myself. Because confronting the person, okay, for example, máa ń sọ pé tọ́lọ́run bá ti fọ̀tá èèyàn hàn yàn kò tún pani mọ́. Yes, ìyẹn tó bá lo information yẹn dáadáa. Because information lọ́lọ́run fi hàn ẹ́. But what some people will do ni pé wọ́n á lọ bá confront ẹni yẹn pé ìwọ àṣírí ẹ ti tú, wọ́n máa pàtẹ́wọ́ lé lórí, àṣírí ẹ ti tú, ojú ti tì ẹ́, ìwọ ló wà ń di kinní kan rẹ̀. Wọ́n á pa ẹ̀, ẹni yẹn sì máa pa ẹ̀. Ẹni yẹn máa pa ẹ́. But information yẹn tá a fi hàn ẹ́ yẹn, ìtumọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni pé bọ́lọ́run bá fọ̀tá èèyàn hàn yàn kò tún pani mọ́. Ìyẹn ni wípé o ti mọ ẹni tó yẹ kó o máa fúra sí, o ti mọ ẹni tó yẹ kó o máa sá fún, o ti mọ ẹni tó yẹ kó o máa lo ẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ fún, kó má rí ojú ọwọ́ ẹ̀. Ìtumọ̀ èdè yẹn nìyẹn. You keep that information to yourself. O dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé nìyí, tó bá ń lọ ibì kan láàárọ̀, wàá sọ fún pé ó dìrọ̀lẹ́. O mọ̀ pé nìyí, ìgbà tó bá débi tó ń lọ gangan tó ti gúnlẹ̀, ìwà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ fún pé òun lọ bẹ̀. That's how to use information you get about people wisely. Not that you go and confront them and make noise. Life is not about noise. Life is not about noise. Life is about wisdom. Ó wà nínú orin tí a máa ń kọ níbí, you need to be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Gbogbo tó bá mọ̀ nípa èèyàn kọ́ ló máa lọ máa fi gbéko ẹni ẹ lójú, tó máa lọ jà, tó máa lọ. Inú fùfù kọ́ la fi ń survive ayé yìí. Ọgbọ́n ni. Àwọn ogun míì dẹ̀rẹ̀, you don't fight them by throwing punch, you don't fight them by even shooting one bullet. No. Some battles you fight and win them by just removing yourself from that location, removing yourself from that person, or just disconnecting yourself from a person. The battle is won. You make some escape from what should have destroyed you by just withholding information. but some of us tá a bá ti pariwo kó dìjà máa sọ tinú mi o ẹ má kí ọ̀rọ̀ kan kó má ní kí n má sọ tinú mi o mo máa bàjà gan ni máa bàjà gan ìyẹn kọ́ ló fi ń gbé ayé o ò lè tó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gan ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ò lè gùn ilé ayé òun láti gbọ́n ni. You must learn to choose your battles. Not only choose your battles, you must learn to know or choose your battleground. Wọ́n bá gbé ẹ lọ territory tó ti mọ̀ pé tàbá jà bí wọ́n máa nà mí. Concede defeat. Sọ pé mo juwọ́lẹ̀. Let people around you pa òun pé ọ̀lẹ ní ẹ́ ọ̀lẹ kí nìkan. Ìwọ má bother. Because he who live will live to fight another day. Ìwọ má bother. Kọ́kọ́ du ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ náà. Ọ̀ tó bá wà ní territory tó mọ̀ pé yes, home mi rè, ó lè ṣe tó bá wù ẹ́. Ọgbọ́n lèèyàn fi ń lo ilé ayé. So ó ní láti jẹ́ ẹni tó ń kó ara ẹnu ẹ̀ níjàánu. Of course, we need to share things with people. We need to talk to people. We need to, seek solutions sometimes. So I'm not underestimating that. As a social being, we do that. But you must understand or you must know the people that you can open up to. They have to be people that, have that high level of confidentiality. People who are not blabbers, people who are not tattlers. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti rí èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé láyìíká ẹ tó bá ti gbé fóònù tó pè ẹ́ báyìí for the next 3-5 hours báyìí gbogbo ẹjọ́ ẹlòmíì ló máa tò fún ẹ. Just understand pé nature ẹ nìyẹn. That's how that person is built. So gbogbo nǹkan tiẹ̀ náà tó bá mọ̀ ó ń tò fáwọn ẹlòmíì náà. Nature ẹ nìyẹn. So what you should learn, you can't change that person. Òun ti ya nǹkan tó máa yà. Ìwọ ló wá máa lo information yẹn nísìn pẹ̀lú sense láti mọ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí ni ó gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ sí ọwọ́ ẹni nípa mi because I had to. So information you release are harmless ones. Ẹlòmíì á gbé fóònù gbogbo nǹkan tá a máa sọ fẹ́ lù ẹ́ lẹ́nu gbọ́rọ̀ amúnilóhùn láyé. So a máa sọ̀rọ̀ á fẹ́ kó contribute gbogbo ohun tó o bá sọ ni wọ́n fẹ́ mú. O ní láti fi làákàyè sí o. As a rule, when I'm having conversations, I'm having it with the understanding that the person I'm talking to at the other end is not the only person there. Or perhaps the person is recording me. So I ensure that things that I say are things that I'm comfortable. I won't feel embarrassed. And there are people that even have expensive jokes with. I might share àwọn deep yeah and everything like that. Because I'm comfortable with them like to that extent. Somebody saw, kò ní mí lára because most people know me to be that anyway. but irú kan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ màá tún wá mú information yẹn pé okay ẹni yìí ẹlẹ́nu jíjò ni wọ́n tó tiẹ̀ lè sọ nǹkan báyìí fún ẹni báyìí ń pa mi then definitely I have to be worried about that person. Ìjà mi tí ẹ̀ ń lọ bá jà pé a ṣe láti lọ sọ nǹkan báyìí fún lágbájá I no dey do am. I interpret information and I use it. I apply it, you know, as it should. Knowledge is not enough. Wisdom supersedes knowledge because wisdom is the application of knowledge. Kí láǹfààní nǹkan tó mọ̀ tó múlò? So knowledge kan ni mò ń share yẹn. But wisdom lo need until you can apply this knowledge and use it to the betterment of your life, then you are not wise. So, nǹkan tó o bá pè láṣìírí, nǹkan tó o bá fẹ́ kó déta, má jẹ́ ó kúrò lọ́fun ẹ̀. But tó bá jẹ́ pé o ní láti, ṣí àwọn nǹkan kan, understudy àwọn tó o fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kó rí wípé yes, ẹni yìí o, èèyàn tó ní integrity ni, èèyàn tẹ́nu ẹ̀ bò ni. Kó tó di wípé o sọ àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ fún. Tó bá sọ wípé wọ́n ṣàṣìyàn àbí wọ́n mú yàn àbí wọ́n gẹ̀tì àbọ̀ ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Tí wọ́n really ṣe ni wípé wọ́n mọ èèwọ̀ ẹni yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mú ẹni yẹn kó ṣe nǹkan èèwọ̀ ẹ̀. That's it. What I'm saying now, àwọn tó nímọ̀ jù mí lọ wà lórí ètò yìí and they understand what I'm talking about. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ní èèwọ̀, gbogbo èèyàn ló ní má ṣe, gbogbo èèyàn ló ní nǹkan tí ò gbọdọ̀. Now, this young man that died recently, there was a clip, a voice note that was released. He was having an argument with his partner, his wife, or whatever. Whether wife, whether baby mama, whatever, partner. And something struck me from that conversation. And I'm not sure many people took notice of it. Ó sọ nínú téèpù yẹn wípé nǹkan tí mo ní mi ò wọ̀, nǹkan tí mi ò gbọdọ̀ wọ̀, ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ fipá gbé wọ̀ mí, ṣé o fẹ́ pa mí ni? Ṣáyé ẹ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni? So if anybody can still lay their hands on a copy of that voice note, go and listen to it. Ó láṣọ tí mo ní mi ò wọ̀ àbí tí mi gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ fipá gbé wọ̀ mí. Ṣé o fẹ́ pa mí ni? Ṣáyé ẹ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni? He said something along that line. If you have access to that tape, listen to it again. And as I've discussed on this show previously, these are boys that have stepped out to know more about themselves because industry tó wà yẹn industry ayé ni. So most of them ti rìn. Wọ́n ti gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kan ẹ̀ ń fojú bóyá bọ̀tá wò wọ́n àbí kinní kan. No, àbẹ́ ń fojú ọmọdé wò wọ́n. Most of them wọ́n ti rìn àwọn ìrìn kan. And they must have been told some things. Má jẹ eléyìí o. Má wọ eléyìí o. Má ṣe nǹkan báyìí o. If he has shared some of those things with people around him. Ọjọ́ tó bá máa mú nǹkan tó máa lò náà nìyẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti mú ẹ ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó gbọdọ̀ ṣe yẹn, naturally things will just begin to go wrong for you. Naturally, they have broken you spiritually. They have weakened you spiritually. Naturally, you become defenseless. And you become very susceptible to attacks. Nǹkan tí ò lè ràn ẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa ràn ẹ́. Gbogbo nǹkan á dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàrú. Òun ló ṣe máa ń léwu láyé ìgbà yẹn nígbà tán bá ń wo àkọsẹ̀jáyé ọmọ. Then ensure that it's only the parents that are there. Many times tó bá jẹ́ ilé olórogún ni wọ́n máa ń make sure pé wọ́n keep information gan away from àwọn ìyàwó yòókù. Because tán bá ti mọ̀ ó léwu fọ́mọ yẹn. Ó léwu fún ọmọ yẹn. Ó léwu fún ọmọ yẹn. Because n tán fi lè get yẹ, òun náà ni wọ́n ti sọ yẹn. So that information is only restricted to the prince that knows about it and the parents of the child. So, a tún gbọ́ ìtàn olórin kan àti ẹni tó jẹ́ bíi mentor ẹ̀ ńgbà kan. Ń pé ó mọ̀ pé mentor yẹn ò gbọdọ̀ ṣe irú nǹkan báyìí. So wọ́n organize irú nǹkan báyìí fún mentor yẹn. From there ni wọ́n ti sọ pé nǹkan ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mentor yẹn. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà la gbọ́ nínú ayé yìí náà ni. Sometimes when those things, whether those things are true or not, what we should infer from them is the knowledge behind what is happening, and then apply that knowledge to our life and wisdom. So tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn within my surroundings, I don't just laugh, I don't just gloat over it, I don't just make fun. That is the time I pay the most attention, because there's something for me to learn. Torí atẹ́gùn tó wọ yàrá tó káṣọ nínú cupboard, ẹni tó wọ tiẹ̀ sọ́rùn, kóun gan wà careful o. Ikú tó ń pojú gbà ẹni, òwe ló ń pa fún ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lágbà tó jìn sí kòtò, ó kọ́ ara yòókù lọ́gbọ́n ni o. So when things happen to people around you, it's calling your attention to something. Pay attention. Learn and apply that knowledge. It's not just enough to laugh. Laugh and learn. Laugh and learn. And for people who follow my post, that is what I achieve with my post. I make you laugh, but within it, you must learn. It's difficult to confront people with the truth. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ gbọ́ because truth hurts. So màá fi sáàárín comedy. Màá bá yín á jẹ́ kó easy láti receive. But within it still lies a core message that you need to understand. So àṣírí jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àṣírí o. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àṣírí. And lastly, tí wọ́n bá máa get here, ohun tó bẹ̀rù jù náà ni wọ́n máa lò. What to fear the most is what they will use. So in life, you must lose your fear. You must understand that àwa ni, a dẹ̀ máa padà ni. So when you have that understanding, wípé o dẹ̀ ní padà, láì ṣe wípé àsìkò ẹ̀ tó, it makes you to lose your fear. Because when people around you understand that, ẹ̀rù máa ń ba ọ̀gá tó bá ti di alẹ́ ló máa ṣe ẹ́ ń jàǹbá. Tó mọ̀ pé ojúmọmọ you have more confidence. So gbogbo ohun tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀rù fún ẹ, you keep it to yourself. You don't discuss it. Tó bá rí pé àwọn ọmọ ẹ ní ẹ̀rù ẹ wípé ò fẹ́ kí nǹkan kan ṣe wọ́n all the time, you worry over them. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ náà lọ máa target láti fi mú ẹ. And they want to get at you, bá ń fẹ́ lù ẹ́ ní jìbìtì ni. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ máa lọ ríran sí wípé àwọn lálàá pé kì í kan ṣe àwọn ọmọ ẹ àbí kì í kan bẹ́ẹ̀, so wọ́n ní kó wá lọ ṣe wẹ́ọ̀dù. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé kò sí nǹkan tó ní ṣe, extent tó ní lọ fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn. And that's how they lure you out of your guarded territory. What you fear the most is what they will use in getting you. But they need to know it first. And they can't know it unless you reveal it. So in keeping up your guard, you must keep this to yourself. That's if you can't lose your fear. You have to keep it to yourself. Because information tó bá ní náà ò ní wọ́n máa lò láti fi get here. That is essentially what I have for us tonight. I know there's maybe a few other things that I didn't mention. Well, this is what I have the time to share with you tonight. And I hope you will take something away from here this night, from this discussion, and apply in your life. Àràgbé nílé ayé o. But káwáyé má lọ kan ò sí. But kìkan ṣe pé kó wá lọ cheaply. Kì í ṣe pé kó lọ untimely. Kì í ṣe wípé kó gbé ayé bí ipò tiẹ̀ wá. Kì í ṣe pé kó contribute to your own unfulfillment. And that's why you must always keep your guard up. You must live your life with full awareness of everything that is happening in your surrounding, the people around you, situations happening around you. You must be able to interpret everything that is happening to you. You must understand signs. You must be discerning. Òun láti farabalẹ̀. And the most important thing, you must enjoy solitude. Learn to stay alone. Learn to be alone. Learn to be without distractions. Ìgbà yẹn lèèyàn máa ń ríran clearly. Ìgbà yẹn lèèyàn máa ń gbọ́ àwọn ohùn tó yẹ kí èèyàn gbọ́. Ìgbà yẹn lèèyàn máa ń ní time láti lè meditate. Ìgbà yẹn lèèyàn máa ń lè break down àwọn nǹkan kan tó bá wà complex téèyàn á fi rí clarity lórí certain issue. In solitude lies strength. Thank you for listening to me tonight. There's really nothing much on the comment section. I greet you, my brother Olambiwonu Jikutu Adiola. Thank you for joining the show tonight. It's a pleasure to have you. My sister Mojisola Alade says, be intentional about your circle. friend is deeper. Ponder on it before using this word. Yes, it's important that you understand this. Many people at best are simply your acquaintances, but you refer to them as friends, and you don't really know them. You don't know them, you know. Uh, like cyber attack, the human link is always the weakest. Yes, um, you know, they will always find somebody within your circle who is, who is weak, who they can lure with, all this cheap stuff to help them get at you. You don't keep weak people around you. Even the world don't even life is not kind to the weak. When things happen, the weakest are the first to be expunged. So you must ensure that people you keep around you are strong people. Iṣẹ́ tí yẹ pé wọ́n lè tètè tàn pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan, tó jẹ́ pé á ṣàkóbá fún ẹ. Erelú, ẹ sùn lọ́kẹ̀. Anyway, ẹ tí miss much náà nígbà tí ẹ fi join yẹn. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you very much for connecting. And my brother said, build a spiritual firewall around you, just like we protect our devices. Yes. At least, MRI stabilizer láti fi, mú surging current. So, you must do the same about yourself. Keep your guard up. Watch yourself. Keep after yourself. Look after yourself. My sister Temitope M. Kasali. It's a pleasure to have you on the show as well. Àwọn women in tech ni. Thanks for connecting. And she says, true, we must learn to fight and know when to retreat. Yes, you must understand when some things are not just worth it. When you need to just walk away. When you need not to say anything. You need to understand all these things are art of warfare. Ìbọn, ọ̀kọ̀ àtàdá nìkan kọ́ ló fi ń jagun. Wọ́n fi silence jagun. Dídákẹ́ kéèyàn má sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n fi ń jagun. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ń win ogun. Wọ́n fi walking away. Wọ́n fi ń win ogun. Kò dìgbà tẹ́ bá pora mọ́lẹ̀ nìkan lẹ tó jà. You must learn the art of warfare. You must choose your battles. You must choose the battleground. And in fighting, you must use the weapons that you are most familiar with. Tó bá gbé sophisticated weapon lé ẹ lọ́wọ́, gbé jùlẹ̀. Sọ́ọ̀lù gbé àmọ́ra fún Dáfídì ìgbà tó lóun fẹ́ lọ bá Gòlíátì, kò tiẹ̀ lè rìn. He's not a trained soldier. He doesn't know how to use those weapons. He can't carry himself in the armor. And he used what he knows best. A catapult and stone. Because nǹkan tó ń mú kiri nìyẹn, nǹkan tó dá lójú nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó mọ̀ ọ́ lò nìyẹn. But in the assessment of the expert, these things are crude. These things are you mad? How can you go and face, a warrior with that? But tó bá gbébọn lé lọ́wọ́, AK-47 or whatever, I lose. Because lójú ogun yẹn láṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa kọ́ bọ́n ṣe ń lò. And the battlefield is a place of execution, not the place of training. So he has been trained off field in the jungle how to use that. How to use the sling. He knows where to aim at. Nǹkan tó fi pa bíà nìyẹn, nǹkan tó fi face the lion nìyẹn. And he trusted it and went with it. And that is the principle from that story. Go to battle with what you know best how to handle. Expert will make suggestions. This is how you approach this project. Use the method that is most convenient for you. The most important thing is that you get the job done. Results is what they are waiting for. Use the method that is best suited for you. So, my brother Ogbeni Onifade Raphael, thank you very much for your wishes. Right. I think that is all we have. That is all the comments I can put up. And then that is everyone I have on the show. Thank you very much once again for joining me. Until we meet again next week, Friday, remain blessed. And indeed, Akudao. Ayé ò dẹ̀ ní mú yín, ọ̀tá ò ní gbé yín mì o. Keep your guard up. Don't let them get you. Don't let them kill you. Because if they kill you with a good lawyer, they'll walk out. If they kill you, they'll go to the corner of their room and pray to the all-forgiving God and ask for forgiveness. Má dẹ̀ rí ìdáríjì gbà o. Ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ ti kú, ọ̀dẹ̀ ti kú náà nìyẹn. Ju ẹ̀mí ẹ o. Ara gbé nílé ayé. Do everything to stay alive. Ó dàárọ̀.
Ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé kò mọ̀ ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀ a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni ká ṣe bí ẹni kú káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀nrọ̀ fa orí dání wọn ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀ orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé. Tread softly dákun ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé. Kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀. A ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rí inú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe ṣọ́ra ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. jẹ́jẹ́. Síbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé ti kojú kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá mi ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́, inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ́. Àwọn ẹni tó fẹ́ yìí. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gba ọ̀rẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi síbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé. Àgbà tó ti fi tó mọ̀la. Yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́